up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. How is everybody doing? Welcome back to the stream, chat. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Let me hear it. Cheers, man. Chat, let me hear it, bro. How we doing? Sorry I'm a little late, but how are we doing? Yo, what's good, Limitless? What's good, Ashley? Big Back? What do you mean, Big Back? This is a Chick-fil-A water cup. I don't know what you're talking about, Big Back. Water has nothing in it. It's just water. Got me messed up talking about some Big Back. Yo, but what's good, Ashley? Chad, if you weren't here for last night's stream, I fear you might have missed out. Okay. We raised over 16,000 or almost 16,000 Robux last night. Raised almost 16,000 Robux. By the way, I want to let you know, it's not sparkling water though. No, it's not. Isaac is not sparkling water. Because sparkling water freaking sucks. Unless you're Ashton Hall, who loves sparkling water Saratoga. Finally? What you mean finally? I've been live, Bubba. By the way, there might be a little bit delay on the stream. I just did it. So there's a way that you can do it. There's, what is it? Normal latency, low latency, ultra low latency. I don't have it on ultra low latency today because I want the stream to be in better quality. And for some reason, if you have it on ultra low latency, the stream quality goes down. I don't know why that is. Yo, Big, what's good? Biggie Big? W Biggie Big. Chat, Big gave me like 2,000 Robux yesterday to contribute to the 1 million goal. Can I get a W Big in the chat? If I see an L Big in the chat, you're getting banned for like 10 seconds. I'll ban you for 10 seconds. If I see a L Big in the chat, because Big is actually a W. Big is a big old W. Chat, look at me in game. Alright, chat, by the way, I can't see chat messages because of the new stupid Roblox thing where it's like you have to send a state ID or a government issued ID or whatever it is, or a selfie. I literally got home, got cleaned up after work, ate one slice of pizza, came upstairs and started streaming. That's literally what I did. I gave 3. Oh wait, you gave 3K last night? That's crazy. So I can't see Roblox chat and I can't use voice chat tonight. But hopefully we can get that resolved. By the way, I won't be live tomorrow. I take off Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, so I have a 3-day weekend. And then I'm back Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wait, I can see real quick? What do you mean, wait, I can see real quick? What you mean, I can see real quick? Yo, chat, I don't know why people are joining and asking some, oh, donate me Robux. I feel like they're bots because they're low-key not reading it. Yo, Ashley's in the stream. Or in the game. But yeah, I can't see chat messages. Wait, my sister's in VR. That's sick. Chat, hi Dawson! Look at her, she's so goofy. Oh wait, Jackson VR! Yeah, 3K? Please don't know. What you mean, please don't know? Chat, we're low-key so close to 1 mil. Hold on, let me get the private server link up for you guys. By the result, I got like a modded Please Donate game if you want to check it out one day. I've played modded Please Donates. I don't like them just because they're obviously like modeled after Please Donate. Was that just donated? Yo, Kimmy, thank you so much for the 1 Robux. It means a lot. Thank you so much. Alright, let me do this. Alright, let me pin this message. Yo, my other sister in here, Addie, join. That's great. Big join. Chat, I can't see the chat. Look at this. There's literally no messages in the chat except like the in-game stuff where it's like, oh, Kimmy donated 1 Robux to result. So I can't see anything. Chat, I am not donating tonight. So if you ask for a donation, I'm going to say no. Yo, it's good, Jackson. Yo, 2009 meme, I'm not donating tonight, little man. If you message one more time, I gotta ban you. I'm sorry. Because I'm gonna think you're a bot or mentally insane. Please donate stream. Yes, it's a please donate game, like the game please donate stream, but it's not a donating stream. It's a raising stream. Not even because I need Robux, just because I want to hit 1 million. It's low-key because I want to hit 1 million. Okay, yeah, you're a bot. Alright, we're gonna... Hey, God bless. Jesus loves you. He's coming back soon. If you're not right with him, get right with him. Alright. Loki, I'm just gonna put you in timeout for 1 minute. What was that message you sent last? Oh, it was just another. You can use signs result? Oh, wait, that is true. The freak? I can't use signs. The freak? Don't tell me it's old chat messages. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I would rather them, like, ban me for 3 days than for, like, this. Because this is actually terrible. I can't see freaking signs. Freaking signs don't work. This update sucks. Like, Roblox should, like, just, like, delete Roblox at this point. Can someone donate to me something? I'm not donating this stream. Can they not tell by the title that it's a raising stream? I think they're bots and they just join in and try to get donated on their account. Chat, I am not donating. Let me make that clear. Not. I am NOT donating. And if, yo, this guy, Salmon RM, what is that, V? Hello, bro. Alright, yep, you're also a bot. You know, I'm just gonna put you in timeout. There you go. There's your timeout. Bro, why get so many bots, bro? Man. Yo, what's good, Preet? I know Preet not a bot. Preet was in my latest video. Bro, Preet, this update sucks, bro. Like, this is actually bad. Like, Roblox should just delete Roblox at this point. Like, David Bazooki, you've had a good run. Can I have Robux, JK? Ashley, you're a bot. This is not a donation stream. Thank you so much, Big. How do I have 12 viewers, bro? I'm driving around on VR. I'm good. That's actually really cool. Hi, Preet. Alright, let me send this out here. Beautiful. David needs to resign. That's what I'm saying. Like, give it to Jandel. I bet Jandel could buy it. Give it to Hasm. Give the game to Hasm. Hasm would do a great job. Hi. Yes, Preet. Hi, how are you? I'm saying hi to you. Look at in-game. The heck is this? Oh, this is Jax right here, right? Wait! Yo, Black Wolf, thank you so much for the 10. Thank you so much. Yo, wait, guys, I have a question. So I have TTS on Minecraft stream when soon? I don't know when that might be, but soon. Chat, I have a question. I have TTS on. Would someone be willing to send 5 Robux through gifts to see if I can either A, read gifts, or if it'll even pop up on my screen here with the message? Hashtag not leaving stream until I become a moderator. Would someone be willing to donate at least 5 Robux? Result get in. Where are you? Oh, you're over here. Just as a test. The minimum for it, I believe, is 5. I can check real quick, though. I don't know where it is. It's too much time. But I don't want it to be donated, like, donated through my booth. I would like it to be in a gift with a message. L Roblox update chat. That's what I'm saying. Yo, wait, whose booth that is? Yo, that's Vixus. W Vixus. Bro, what the heck is this? Bro, where my music at, bro? Turn that joint way down. Never mind, no. This music is actually a vibe. Like, it's actually good.
Kimmy sent 5 Robux via please donate.
Was there no message? There's no message. Donated, bro? What do you mean donated? Yo, Kimmy, did you have a message? Or did you just donate? Switch to dark mode and look at my stand. It looks so cool. Alright. Yo, Kimmy, thank you so much for the 5. No, you didn't have a message? That was the 10.
Big sent 350 Robux via please donate. Tase test 67.
Wait, that works! Okay. Phew! So I can see when people join. I can put on a booth, or someone can put on a booth over here. That's actually sick.
TMF_Preet sent 5 Robux via please donate. Higher welcome smiley face.
Yo, hey, Pre and Big, thank you so much for the Robux. Kimmy also, thank you so much for the Robux. Thank you so much for the 5. Pre with the 5. Hi, you're welcome. Yo, appreciate you. And then Big with the big old. Chad, there's a reason why they call him Big. Yo, thank you so much for the 350, bro. That actually is crazy. Yo, let me claim this right here. Thank you, Pre. Thank you, Big. That is actually insane. And that might have made it to where pending is 10,000, I think. Nope, not quite there. Gosh dang it. You're welcome. Thank you, Pre. Thank you. But that's alright. Yo, Super YP, I'm not donating tonight. What the? That's sick. Yo, Super A, I'm not donating tonight. Yo, it's good. Joy Talentianto. I absolutely cooked that name, by the way. I am so sorry. Super YP, I'm not donating. And Jovi, just so you know, I'm not donating. Just to let you guys know. Okay, bro, when you donate, I came at first. Well, I'm not donating at all this stream. You want to know why? Because the title clearly says raising to 1 million raise. Can we just... Yo, Bro Pro Max, thank you so much for the sub, bro. Can we just say that this music right here is so tough? Can you donate me, please? I'm poor. I'm not donating this stream. If I donate you, then I have to donate everyone else because then it's not fair. And you could be like, well, life's not fair. Well, I could just be like, hey, this isn't your stream. You don't get to control what... What the freak? Why can't I see her? Yo, wait, who's in my cart? Whoever this goober is in my cart is preventing me from... Why do you weigh so much? I can't steer. What? Oh, I don't know why I couldn't do that. But it was whenever someone hopped in my cart, then it was like, bro, what the heck? Jax, you gonna hop in? See, Chad, just these bots. They say hi, and then whenever I say something, they're like, can you donate me? Can you donate me? Can I donate? Even after I clearly told them no. They send one more message. I'm going to take it as they're a bot or in a mental institution. They, like, you know what I mean? Wait, doesn't the ice look like it's cracking? Wait a minute. This wasn't here before. The ice kind of looks like it's starting to thaw out. Okay, I wait. I'm not donating at all this stream. Is the thing. So if you wait in this stream, you're gonna be waiting literally until the end of the stream. You won't get a single Robux. Hello, I'm new. Yo, what's good, Marcelo? what's good, Marcelo? How we doing today? Watch me do some. Where you at? Jack, where you at? Oh, here you are. Let me see what Jack does. Are you grittying? I can't join, it's too laggy. That's okay. Bro is grittying in the big 26. Dude, I actually hate not having chat or voice chat. Also, another big annoying thing is I can't see these signs. I don't know if that's just a me thing, because these people over here, oi, me, don't ask it, please. Like, I can't see any of these signs. So, hold on, let me actually try, I'll try rejoining. I can't even tell him to be right back because freaking what's it called won't work. Result, if you want to see the modded, please donate game. Alright. Result, click on someone, you will get something popped up. Yeah, I saw that. Like, you can like get like how much you how you get so much Robux from literally doing this streaming. Wait a minute. I saw. my webcam gone? Why aren't you talking? Oh, I don't know. I just don't have anything to talk about. I don't know. Chat, would you guys like to hear about my day? Would you guys like to hear about my day? I'll tell you about my day. Y'all want to hear about my day? My day at work? My day of work at the Chick-fil-A? Sure? Alright. So, so with that Chick-fil-A, they either tell you to clock in early or just clock in on time. Irregular time, right? So we get there early. 2 hours early, mind you. We get there at 8. We're supposed to clock in at 11. So we have to wait 3 hours there, just sitting there doing butt cheek nothing. 3 hours just waiting. So we eventually get to clock in early, 5 minutes early, which kind of sucked that we had to wait 2 hours and 55 minutes in order for us to clock in, when we could have clocked in an hour earlier if they let us, but they didn't let us, so it is what it is. Anyways, so I was inside all day. I didn't get a break because I didn't work as many hours. So for qualifying for breaks, I think you need to work at least 8 hours. I worked 5 today, I believe. So that was a little annoying that Result Vix is in game and he's saying he won't give me 10k Robux. I explained him and he's saying no, bro. Do you get free Chick-fil-A? As an employee meal, yes. If I'm not working that day, then no. And if I work, I think it's more than 10 hours, or maybe it's like, I forget if it's 10 or 11 hours, then I get 2 employee meals. If I work 9 hours or 8 hours, I think it's 8 hours. I think it's over 8 hours, you get a break. Over 9 hours, you get 2 breaks in an employee meal. And then anything over 10 is 2 breaks, 2 employee meals, I believe. Yo, how much you got raised? We got 966,469 Robux raised. By the way, gifting works, and you can send messages. For some reason, Roblox decided to update their system, and I can't use the chat or VC, just to let you know. But yeah, so clocked in, and we clocked in right before the lunch rush, which really wasn't even that much of a rush, to be honest with you. Like, there was maybe, I don't know, 50 people inside, and then I think my brother said like 100 cars outside, which is actually, it sounds a lot, but that's actually a very slow, smooth, control day. Normally we have thousands of people coming through on the daily. But I guess with people going back to school, people going back to work, stuff's off break, stuff like that, there's less. Brozil, can you explain the Vixis, please? I don't have any power over Vixis. I'm gonna be honest. Yo, Vixis. He's saying no. I mean, that is kind of Vixis' fault, though. That's nothing Preet did wrong. I'm gonna be honest. Because, Isaac, you did say first person who gives me 10 Robux, not whoever gives me more Robux or whatever, or first person give me 10, if you give me more, then I'll skip the 10 and give it to the... So it was false advertising, false stuff like that, from what I was told. And that's what I've heard from the story. So if that is true, that is wrong of Isaac to do that. But I have no power to change the past. I have no power to change the future, and I have no control over Isaac, because he is a human with free will. And he can do as he please, even if that is unfair, sinful, or illegal. I don't have any control over that. I can give suggestions, but that's about it. For today, though, man, for the day, Yo, 20. Okay, yeah, you're a bot. I promise you, you're a bot. Goodbye, Bubba. You're gone. Anyways, so today was chill. I was inside all day. Got some really, really great guests. Super, super friendly. Super, super kind. You know, big smiles. You know, hey, how you doing? Stuff like that. Greeted guests. Made lots of drinks. And I served lots of guests. I didn't get a single meal wrong. Except I did accidentally give someone an extra Diet Dr. Pepper. Someone named Yace joined. Yo, what's good, bro? I don't have chat. Oh, that's Shadow. But yeah, so that was nice. It was good weather. It was, I think, 65 today, so that was really nice. In January, though. Dude, January, beginning of January, and it's 65. Dude, we're going to have a crazy summer. Or the summer is going to be lots of snow. Those two options. And if someone in my game has chat working or whatever, can you also like put a message in the chat saying Result doesn't have chat, he can't chat, he doesn't have VC, he can't VC. How did you manage to get so many Robux? I was streaming every day. I was streaming it was either 2 or 3 times a week, every week, for 2 years straight. Bro, Result, Vix is saying no to buy 10,000 Robux. Yeah, don't buy 10,000 Robux. Bubba, keep your dollars. Bubba, Roblox is probably going under soon. But yeah, so streaming twice a day, every day. There's no formula to it except, you know, God blesses you. And the reward for good work is more work and more responsibility. So that's what happened. And yeah, almost 1 million Robux raised over the course of 4 years of playing this game. Bro, please, I need it. What do you mean you need it? You don't need Robux. You want Robux. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your money. You can do whatever you want with your money. If you have $100 you want to spend on Robux, be my guest. Again, I also don't have any free will or control or anything over you. You're a human being with a cognitive ability of thinking, reasoning, and problem solving, and free will and a choice. So you can do with anything. You can do anything you want. Literally anything you. I just kicked someone from the server. My bad. I don't even know how I kicked someone from. I don't even know how I kick people from the server like that. But yeah. Tomorrow's payday, which is nice. I don't know if you guys care to know what I make, but it's hype. It's fun. Chick-fil-A is definitely fun. I'll say that. Chick-fil-A is definitely fun. I'm about to eat some Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna eat. Yo, thank you so much for the 1, bro. Means a lot, bro. Hey, thank you so much for the 1. I don't have. Why is your username Ban Kai? Why do you want me to ban Kai? Yo, thank you so much for the 1. Thank you. Alright, also, I'm not donating, by the way, chat. Just letting you guys know, if you guys think this is a donation stream, I am not donating. I'm about to eat this Chick-fil-A. I'm about to eat this Chick-fil-A. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Chat, let me show you this hat that I bought from Chick-fil-A, bro. Dude, I bought a hat, bro. It was $15, but then it came out to be $25 after sales tax and shipping. And low-key, it's worth A, because it's Chick-fil-A, and B, because it looks sick. Let me show you what this looks like, chat. Chat, this is the hat I bought. Chick-fil-A, embroidered, so it's stitched, premium stitching all the way across. It's a snapback. Let me show you what that snapback in the back look like. Alright, so that's what the front of the hat looks like. That's what the back of the hat, snapback with the Chick-fil-A sandwich logo right there. Chick-fil-A logo comes off to the side. And then this is what the inside of that. What does that say? Way to Chick-fil-A? Oh, on my way to Chick-fil-A. On my way to Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A branding. It says authentic East 1960 authentic Chick-fil-A originals. With their new little waffle fry heart logo. So that's cute. Chad, by the way, today I almost accidentally got scammed for $30 from Chick-fil-A. I almost accidentally got scammed for $30. I almost scammed the company out of $30. I should say that. But we resolved it, and it was perfect. So, I didn't get in trouble. The person that almost scammed me didn't get in trouble. So, we're good. Is this Jack's booth? Yo, Jack, bro, thank you so much. Get him to his goal. Thank you so much. I don't know why it's getting cut off, but that's very interesting. Jack, I'm going to see if any of my friends are online. I'm going to call someone. I'm about to eat some Chick-fil-A. I'm about to eat some Chick-fil-A. Yeah. I just actually kicked someone. GG's. Where's Harrison Gaming? Harrison's right here. He's not online, bro. Why ain't Harrison online, bro? Why ain't he? Wow, I have 0 viewers watching. What? That's okay. I'll sit here and talk by myself. That's okay. With this stupid Roblox chat, this makes it even worse. It's like Bubba. It wasn't even part of the chat. You know what, chat? I should make a video talking about this because this is actually, like, infuriating. Like, this actually makes me mad that I have to verify with a freaking government-issued ID. Chat, you know that affects, like, 150 million active users, monthly active users, right? I think it said like 65% of users, or maybe it's 68% of users. I think it's 68% of users are either underage or adults that don't care to have voice chat or chat, and that's around 100 million to 150 million active monthly users. Monthly active users, or whatever it is. Chat, Loki, want to react to something, bro? Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide my screen. I'm going to go here. I'm going to bring Roblox off to the side here. I'm going to mute Roblox like that. Beautiful. Let me drive back to the main island. Position myself in my booth. Perfect. Alright, on my booth. flip this, make this smaller. Alright, let me find a video to react to. Because I really, really liked reacting videos recently. Wait, what? How much weight can a spider web hold?
How much weight can a spider...
Wait, we're just getting into it. Hold on. Alright, chat, lock in. How much weight can a spider web hold? This is the video we're reacting to, chat, lock in.
How much weight can a spider web actually hold? Obviously, they hold flies, but what about a pen? A water bottle? A dumbbell?
Well, I went out and bought the spider that makes the strongest webs
What?
in the world to be able to go and test it.
And without wasting any time, I let the spider
I think
loose
it's
into
called the
this
orb
massive
weaver, right?
enclosure with tons of anchor points all over the wall to ensure an enormous web could be built in here. You see, these are called golden silk orb weavers, and their
Yeah.
silk is so strong that it's said that the military literally studied it to learn how to make bulletproof vests. Yeah, these guys are the real deal. So while
What?
we wait for this massive web to be constructed, I also want to test questions like what is the coolest spider species, can spiders walk on water, and tons of other fun spider questions, starting with what is a trapdoor spider?
Basically, the answer is that they're one of the most insane animals you'll ever see.
And I instantly...
What?
Basically, the answer is that they're one of the most insane
So it's a rock leaf flap
Anim-
looking thing.
animals you'll ever see.
And I instantly dropped it into a little enclosure I built for it. You see, they're called trapdoor spiders because they
heck?
build trapdoors. Basically, over the course of a few hours, they dig out a hole in the ground. Then they coat the inside of that hole with a special kind of silk they produce that allows it to essentially turn into a functional trapdoor that they can
What?
surprise prey with. And while I wasn't able to catch mine building the trapdoor, the next morning I came back to find this area looking pretty different. And based off of this suspicious moss and silk tripwires, I'm pretty sure the spider set up his trapdoor right here.
So I suspect if I put a cricket
What?
in, the spider will jump out of the trapdoor to eat it.
Immediately, the cricket got to walking around, and this enclosure isn't super big, so it wasn't long until the cricket was right next to the trapdoor. Now, you see these silk lines. Like I said earlier, they are tripwires that are directly connected down to where the spider is located. So if something were to touch one of these tripwires, the spider would instantaneously know exactly where to
What?
strike. And well, guys, it is insane to see this because like 20 seconds later, the cricket walked over the trapdoor onto the tripwire, and the cricket is now it's just gone. Check out
What?
that replay. Oh my gosh. The fact that the spider is just born with the ability to know to do this is so insane. And if you
That
thought
is
that was cool, while we
insane.
wait for our golden silk orb weaver to make the strongest web in the world, I still have way more fun spider questions, with the next one being, can spiders walk
Whoa.
on water?
Yeah, you might be thinking, heck no to Evergreen. Are you stupid? If a spider walked on water, it would just fall in and drown. But I think I actually found a spider species that actually can walk on water. And I've heard that they can also do tons of other crazy stuff.
So I built it up the perfect environment with both a water and a land area to get this experiment started. Now I very carefully let the spider loose because obviously, as you can tell, it's extremely large and creepy. And while I have a whole channel about keeping the weirdest pets, I'm still kind of scared of spiders. But eventually the spider ended up crawling out of the container.
All right, now that he's out of that container and on the land section, hopefully he now goes and walks in the water. Let me see if maybe I can move him over there. Oh, he's doing it.
Yep, and just like that, the spider started to defy the laws of physics, kinda. I know it looks like the spider is just sort of floating on top of the water, but it actually has completely perfect control to be able to walk around on top, just like it was
What?
solid ground. Yeah, it's actually insane, but these spiders are able to do this because of their legs, which are covered with these super tiny water-repellent hairs that make them buoyant on top of the water.
But these guys didn't just evolve to walk on the water for nothing.
Dude,
They
if
did
I
it
saw
so
them in the
they
water,
could
I'd
hunt
go
where
home
no
and
other
eat it.
spider could.
While most normal spiders just sit on a web all day waiting for the prey
Like if I'm sitting there just swimming in like a lake or a pond, yo, someone's in my server, Yosuke Shogo YT. Chad, if I'm sitting there just like, swimming or doing whatever, and I saw that spider coming at me full throttle just over top of the water, I'd go home to meet Jesus. I'm gonna be honest with you.
to come to them. These guys are active hunters and instead are able to pick up the slightest vibrations in the water to know exactly where the stuff is to attack it.
So I want to see if this fishing spider will try and dive under the water for some crickets. This should be very interesting. I've heard crickets are these guys' super favorite food, if that makes sense. Yeah, they really like them though.
Yeah, now I was gonna try and take my time with this, but you see I accidentally dropped the cricket in, and right away the fishing spider went insane and pounced on it without wasting a single second, and the cricket was now just straight up in the fangs of this insane predator.
Whoa.
I didn't really get a good view of it attacking the cricket, so what I actually did was took the cricket from the spider so I could see if I could get the shot one more time. And this time the spider once again pounced onto the cricket as soon as it saw it. And obviously it's pretty creepy and you can see those legs moving. It's very scary actually. But you could see from under the water the cricket had no chance of escape, and it was now getting eaten as the spider walked up onto the land to finish eating it there.
All right. I'm super excited about the next question because it is, what is the most camouflaged spider species? And well, guys, I think I found it. I got it. It's right in here.
But before I could take it out of this container, I quickly built up its enclosure. And yep, literally all we need is just some sand, and that is it.
If
These are
it's a
one of the
camel
most
spider,
resilient
this
and
is gonna be
simple
absolute
spiders in the entire world. And let's open this. Now you may notice that I was being extremely ultra careful with opening this. And that's because this species is one of the most venomous creatures on the planet. Like, period. And if it bit me, there'd be a high likelihood I wouldn't make it. But thankfully, that
What?
didn't happen because the spider started to climb out of the paper towel and then onto the sand. Now, these are called six-eyed sand spiders. And you may be wondering, bruh, Theragreen, how the heck?
Hold on. What's it called? Six-eyed sand spider? Hey, ChatGPT, I heard someone say that the six-eyed sand spider is one of the most venomous and deadly spiders in the world. And if someone were to get bit by one, they more than likely wouldn't make it after the bite. Is that factual?
Hey there. So the six-eyed sand spider is indeed known for having very potent venom. It's a spider found mostly in deserts in southern Africa, and it does have venom that can cause severe tissue damage and potentially be really harmful. That said, actual bites to humans are extremely rare.
I
And
know,
while
I
it's
know. I'm not asking about rarity and everything, but like if someone were to be bit, what are the likely, like give me a percentage, 100%, so 0% is like they have no chance of making it, and then all the way to 100% is they will make it 100%, there's no question about it.
Got it. So in terms of a percentage, it's not really a straightforward number. There aren't a ton of recorded cases of people being bitten by a six-eyed sand spider, and therefore there's no well-established fatality rate. What we do know is that the venom is powerful and can cause serious harm. But with modern medical treatment, if someone did get bitten and they got to a hospital in time, their chances of surviving would actually be quite high. It's not like an automatic death sentence at all. So to put a rough number on it, let's just say that if you got bitten and got proper medical care, the likelihood of surviving would be very high, probably well over 90%.
Wow.
It's just, yeah, I know. It's a bit surprising because the six-eyed sand spider sounds like it should be super deadly on the spot, right? But the reality is that we just don't have a lot of human bite data. And with medical help, people generally have a very good chance of making it through. So it's definitely not a guaranteed fatal scenario at all.
Chad, doesn't mean go off into the southern East African deserts of Asia or whatever it said and get bit by a six-eyed sand spider. But just letting you know, that's what ChatGPT said. And ChatGPT is wrong some of the time, so keep that in mind.
heck is this thing camouflaged at all? Well, you see, these guys are able to camouflage by doing this. Once they find a good spot where the sand is nice and loose, they start to kick sand on top of themselves and bury themselves under it to hide here for basically 99% of its life. Now, it may not technically be camouflage, but this ability does an amazing job at hiding it. And I mean, even its legs just look like tiny little sticks poking out the sand. This does not look like a spider. Unlike other predators that use their camouflage abilities to hunt, these spiders are no different.
Okay.
Learning to mod can transform this creative playtime into an even
I got
more
Minecraft
engaging
Ed.
and open-ended learning.
Spider. Unlike other predators that use their camouflage abilities to hunt, these spiders are no different. And as soon as they detect motion, they will jump out of the floor.
So let's feed this thing a cricket. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, you would have no idea that that is literally one of the most venomous things in the world.
Anyways, I went and dropped the cricket inside, and immediately he got to running around the enclosure. But little did he know, right under his feet was his doom. Well, kinda, because I thought right away the spider was gonna pop out, but the cricket actually was just straight up walking on top of the spider, and the spider just didn't care. But I think it's because this cricket was a little bit big for the spider, so a little bit later, I came back with a smaller cricket, as you can see. And well, as you can also see, this time the spider did not waste a single second to pounce onto this cricket. Nah, look at this instant replay. Imagine if that was my finger. And, well, I guess this spider...
Dude, I'm over here watching stuff about spiders. I just see this shadow and wires start moving. Bear, you're good. Get your toy. Get the toy. Oh, Bear! Oh my... Guys, I was pointing, trying to... Barrett, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for you to get poked in your eye. Chat, I was pointing for him to get his toy, and he turned around real fast, and I actually poked him in his eye. Barrett, I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Bear, here's your toy. Alright. Chat, let's continue to watch this. That's a crazy frame that I stopped on, but it is what it is. Oh, I have my screen hidden.
Spider's gonna enjoy his very tasty meal now. Nice. All right, now it's time for question number 4, which is what spider is the most like Spider-Man?
Yeah, might sound funny, but the answer is definitely the thing in this container. Because
What?
you know how Spider-Man can shoot long-ranged webs out of his wrists? Well, this spider species can also shoot long-ranged webs, and it's pretty crazy.
These are called long-legged spitting spiders. And as you can see, they look pretty weird because they have a massive head. You see, most spiders have their silk glands, which are the things that make silk, in their abdomen. And that's why that area is so big. But these guys got their silk glands in their head because they need to be able to shoot webs out of their mouth. But in order for them to be able to do that, they gotta go and set up a little area in their tank. So I put my spider in a tank and he started to walk around, climbed up some sticks and stuff. And when I came back a little bit later, there was a little web made at the top of the enclosure. This means he was now settled in and he is ready to...
Yo, Jude Blocks, I don't know what you're talking about. Some me. I don't know if you're talking about donate you or whatever, but I'm not donating.
attack some prey.
All right, now that the spider went and made a web somewhere at the top of the enclosure, I'm gonna put in some crickets like always. And I know it's kind of a lot, but hopefully one of these guys gets shot by some webs. Let's go.
So I put them in, and while most of the crickets were kind of just walking around the grassy floor area, this one cricket started to climb up this stick that led directly to where the spitting spider was. The cricket then crawled right next to the spider, waking him up, which probably angered the spider, causing the spider to shoot his web directly onto the cricket, completely gluing him to the causing the spider to shoot his web waking him up.
How
which
was it that
probably angered
big?
The spider, causing the spider
No web, no
to
webs.
shoot his web
And then it's like 60 of them things.
directly onto the cricket,
The heck?
completely gluing him to the wall, making sure the cricket would never be able to move again. You see, not only does this web shot completely immobilize the prey, just like Spider-Man can do, but also because the web shots come from the head, it's infused with the spider's venom, meaning the web that's covering this cricket's body is seeping venom into it, which makes it even easier for the spider to consume it. And as you can see, that's exactly what the spider did. Very nice. Now the next question is, what is the cutest spider in the
Out of other things, why bugs is the most best thing, bro? No, because it's like interesting.
world?
And yes, there is a good reason I'm testing this. You'll see what I mean. But anyways, I got the cutest spider right in here.
They're called jumping spiders, and I mean, just look at them. While every other spider is evil and just straight up nasty looking, these guys are super fluffy, and they got all these little cute eyes, arms, and everything about them is just lovely. Oh my gosh, they're so
In
cute.
fact, these spiders are so cute. They literally made an entire animated show about them called Lucas the Spider. And dang, this is pretty entertaining, but also it's not very accurate because if this is real, the spider would definitely be eating the fly.
Because even though these guys are so cute, they're called jumping spiders because of their insane ability to jump towards prey and eat them whole. Yeah, they probably aren't so cute to the prey. So you already know, I got a little home built for this guy. I went and put him inside, and I got out a cricket to feed him.
Yeah, but this cricket is pretty big for the jumping spider. So if it's able to eat this thing, that'll just show how insane they are despite being super duper cute.
Now what I did was immediately showed the jumping spider the cricket to let him know it was feeding time. And while I was showing it to him, you could see he was actually being pretty nice and wasn't just straight up attacking it, actually was kind of backing off. So I decided to let the cricket loose, and a little later I noticed the cricket was standing literally right next to the spider. And yeah, the jumping spider just wasn't eating it for some reason. Dang, maybe that little animation I was watching was accurate, and maybe
Let's go, boys!
One thing I've noticed about football fans is they all
Proud
talk
of you.
like the players can actually hear them.
Proud of you. Look.
What'd I tell you?
maybe jumping spiders are actually very friendly. Or maybe mine was just not hungry right now. Actually, that probably is what it is.
But I think I'm just gonna leave that cricket in there so when the jumping spider gets hungry, it will do that, basically. Yeah, as you can tell in this footage, it's pretty cool to watch them
Bro,
eat.
why
But
is it-
anyways, the real reason why I wanted to get the cutest spider in the world is because many of you know that my mom is absolutely petrified of spiders.
Oh my god!
Yeah, one time I showed her a tarantula and she was just not happy.
Matt?
So hopefully this will help change your mind. Mom, can you come in here? Yo, hello there.
Hi, bud.
So, I just brought you in because I know you hate spiders, right? You do
Yes.
hate spiders?
Yes.
So basically, I just wanted to show you that I got the most venomous spider in the world.
What?
Yeah, right? No, I'm just kidding. It's the cutest spider in the world because I want to cure your fear of spiders.
Oh my gosh.
And as you can see, he's super friendly because he just, he can crawl on my arm.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see its face and I can see like red furry. No.
You want to get a closer
No.
look?
No.
And
no,
they're
no.
actually called jumping spiders
No.
because they're able to jump.
No.
So
No,
hopefully
no,
he doesn't
no,
jump
no.
on you.
No, no.
I'm just gonna go and put him back inside of his home. There you go. Okay, so did that
Dude,
cure
why
your
would
fear of
you-
spiders?
Spider-Man.
Absolutely not.
Oh, dang it.
Well, I guess it was worth a shot. One day I will cure her fear of spiders. But anyways, now it's time to test the final question. How much weight can a spider web hold?
So if you remember, I went and put that spider inside of this massive enclosure. And for me, that was about a week ago. And since putting the spider inside of here, all he's pretty much done is spun some web at the back left corner and the back right corner. And yeah, he hasn't made a massive web in the middle.
You see, spiders that make massive webs like this can take weeks in captivity to feel comfortable enough to do it, just because the environment is totally different from the wild. Now, I usually would just keep waiting, but I had a flight to catch in 2 days to record another banger video for you guys. So instead, to be able to answer this question, the next morning I had to drive out to a trail bright and early in the morning to be able to find some spider webs in the wild myself.
Dude, you guys want to hear a crazy story about spiders? So my dad was in the Marines, right? And whenever he was in the Marines, he would go out and, you know, they're doing their training, whatever, in the jungles or like forests or, you know, the woods or whatever. And my dad said that you would look up in the trees and there was these giant, just, the trees were just white, covered in spider webs. And there was a spider that was in one of those webs that was the size of a basketball. So if you can imagine the size of like the basketball, like its legs going around the basketball, like it that big. and it was a spider up in the trees. Well, he heard, I think either it was one of the guys with him or he heard a story about it or something. There was a guy that had a spider that big crawl onto him. From what I remember. I could be telling the story way wrong. But it wasn't my dad, but it was someone he either knew that was in his platoon or a story that he heard of someone who was in that same area with those spiders. But like those spiders this big. Like to be able to grip a basketball with its legs and everything, dude, those things are massive. Dude, I feel like this guy right here is talking to me in chat. I can't talk in chat. Alright, let me bring this over right here. Beautiful. Alright, chat, lock in more spider action.
And guys, I brought the backpack so we can test a bunch of items in the spider webs to see what is the heaviest item they can hold.
Now, after I found this first pretty tiny spider
And I felt a tingle go down all my entire arm and in my hand.
web, I got out the backpack to take out the lightest item to test the weight of crickets. Which obviously you can see this web is able to hold it just fine. Webs like this are literally designed to be able to hold insects. You see, even just this is impressive because if these spiders were scaled up
Are you watching? It's this guy named Terragreen, I believe. Yeah, Terragreen. He does a lot of stuff with insects and bugs. It's actually pretty interesting.
how big humans were, it'd basically be the equivalent to a human being able to make a web that could hold 125 pounds, based on some complex math, which I'm not going to go into.
All right, but we knew that was going to be able to hold a cricket. Our next item we got to test, though, is
It's who?
$20.
Terragreen. Terragreen. Terra green. Dasa was talking? Oh. That right there. There's a channel name right there for you. 3.3 million. His profile picture is a green leaf. He actually gets crazy.
Which actually weighs double the amount as what a cricket weighs. And also, it's a lot bigger, so let's see if a bigger web can hold this.
Like I said, this web is a bit bigger, and it should be able to hold this even though the weight is double the amount. And after kind of finding the right place to balance it, boom, just like that, the $20 looks like it's just floating there. But it's actually being held by the web. And when ranked on our human scalability, that money is the equivalent to a human making a web that could hold 250 pounds.
What?
So getting heavier. But the next item is this empty pen casing, which is 5 times more heavy than that money. Now, if you're wondering how the web handled against this, well, you'd probably be surprised that it actually held without too much of a problem at all. Meaning this is basically the equivalent to a human web holding over 1,000 pounds. Now,
What?
we're getting heavy.
And now the last item I've got is a water bottle, which is obviously a lot heavier and also a lot bigger than all the other stuff I've tested. And I know it's not a dumbbell like I said at the start, but hey, I'm not trying to just destroy this web for no reason at all, because yeah, that would definitely destroy it. But yeah, let's test if this can hold the water bottle.
Now, with the pen and money already weighing this web down, it wasn't looking too promising, but I still tried my best to perfectly align the water bottle in the web so it would hold, and when I let go of the water bottle, it fell apart. But remember, it was basically able to hold the human equivalent to 1,000 pounds, basically, on my super accurate human scalability. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, and the point of this video was to show you guys that while spiders can be super creepy and also super deadly, they're actually some of the most interesting and amazing animals that we gotta show our respect to. And hopefully in this video, I kind of showed you that, because yeah, there was just some crazy spiders in this video.
So guys, if you want to watch
Dude,
another
this guy's
video,
actually
click-
so good, bro. Wait, someone join me. Oh, Isaac just joined me again. Dude, this guy's actually so interesting, bro. Alright. 10,000 mealworms versus watermelon. Oh my goodness. That
I
was
have
horrible.
created
The most advanced AI soldier.
Tron Ares, now streaming on Disney Plus.
Ready?
These are mealworms, and they're known for their ability to eat almost anything. But what if you put 10,000 mealworms on a whole watermelon? How quickly would they completely eat it and turn it to mush despite its massive size?
Yeah, I don't know. So that's why I bought 10,000 mealworms.
Yeah, this is the most nastiest thing I've ever done, but it'll also be one of the most satisfying things I'll ever do on the channel.
Okay, well, I got
Chat,
the water.
mealworms look gross, but they aren't really gross because we used to buy dried mealworms for our chickens. So it's like that's not
Watermelons right here, but I actually first just kind of want to put this piece of bread in here to see
Dude, I
how
want some
quickly
bread,
these
bro.
mealworms will start to devour it.
So yeah, I put the bread inside, and as you could probably imagine, the mealworms wasted no time to start swarming this thing, and of course, they then started to consume it. If you pay attention to right here in specific, you can see how they just devour a massive hole right through the center of the bread. If they're doing this to the tiny piece of bread, imagine what they do to the full watermelon. Anyways, literally after only 4 hours, this bread was hollowed out with mealworms and just had holes all over it. But this is literally nothing compared to the other time lapses I'll be showing off in the video. I have tons of stuff planned, ending with the final 10,000 mealworms versus the whole watermelon. But don't think the stuff before is boring, because we're gonna be starting with leeches.
Yup, you heard that
Chat, you know what's also cool, bro? I want to see a video of him with ants.
right.
Ants
For
are
the
cool.
first time lapse I'll be recording, I went and bought 5 big leeches.
Yup, leeches usually live in the wild and grab onto unsuspecting prey to basically just suck the blood out of them. Well, since I have 5 of these leeches and they're in captivity, it's gonna allow me to get some insane time-lapse footage of them sucking the life out of a food object as the leeches get bigger. It should be pretty cool. Now, if you watch my video about keeping pet leeches, you'd know they basically like to spend all their time under the water, so that's why I'll be setting up an aquarium for this test.
And then quickly,
Bro,
I'm just
leeches
gonna
aren't
fill
even a
up this
bug,
tank
it's
with
a
this,
parasite.
so I can go ahead and put the leeches inside so we can get this test started.
So yeah, I put each of these 5 leashes inside, and I put a lid on top so they didn't escape. And immediately, you can kind of just see how they all just start swimming around under the water, just sort of like how snakes do. Yeah, it's kind of weird, honestly, but once they want to stop swimming, they'll go up to the glass and just grab onto it, using the end of their bodies basically as a suction cup. It's actually pretty cool. Anyways, for the food I'll be feeding these guys, it's this piece of beef liver.
Well, alright, why don't we just drop this slimy nastiness into here and see how long it takes for these leeches to get absolutely massive.
And so, step 1 was to actually get the leeches to bite on
You know what else is absolutely massive?
onto this piece of meat, which is pretty easy. You basically just pick up the piece of meat with tweezers and start bringing it up to the leech's faces until they grab onto it. So yeah, I just went around and picked up all the leeches onto the meats. But if you couldn't tell, the water quality got super bad because of the beef liver, so I decided to actually let the leeches eat the beef liver out of the water, since in the wild, that's actually how they prefer to feast. And while a couple of the leeches kind of detached from the piece of meat and started to run away, 3 of the leeches actually did stay on it, so I could watch as they started to eat. You can literally see them contract their throats in and out as they basically use their teeth to grind the meat up, and then they suck it up like a smoothie up into their bodies. But things actually did not
Hashtag stream is dead. That's a personal opinion. Because the stream's not dead, people just aren't in it. Alright, no, I don't like that one. That one was actually gross. Where is ants? Because ants are actually cool. Where are the ants? Wait, what? This guy only has 82 videos? What? Alright, I guess we'll see flies versus Venus flytrap.
Protect your dreams under our roof.
Isn't this the dream, Grandpa?
American Family
It's not,
Insurance.
but that's okay.
Here you leave today and
Let's
enter
skip
a world
the video,
of
the ad.
This is 50 Venus flytrap plants, and in this video, I'm gonna put 1,000 flies in the same container as them. Will the sheer number of flies trick the traps, causing them to close, or are the flies just simply cooked?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Hashtag not leaving stream until I become.
that's why I bought this.
This is 1,000 fly larvae. Yeah,
What?
might look extremely nasty, but over the next week, as long as I feed them food, they should all turn into flies so I can do this test.
So while we wait for these guys to turn into flies, obviously I have all of these Venus flytraps. But I also have tons of other carnivorous plants that you may have never even seen before.
I've been
Meaning,
waiting for so long, Preet. You've been in streams for maybe a month and a half, maybe 2 months. 2-3 hours. Pre, I don't just make anybody mod. I haven't known you for too long. I don't really communicate with you as far as like talking to you on the reg. I'll have to think about making you mod, bro. I'm sorry, I can't just make anybody mod. What happened to you raising Robux? It's right here. Chat, I'm raising Robux. Right here. Just doing a trend. Yeah, what happened to you raising Robux? Right here. I got that right there. It's over here on my other screen. And I got that up on a window so I can see if whenever people join or if people donate.
Be able to do tons of
But I'm
different
bored
tests in this video. It's gonna
just
be super
sitting here
cool.
doing
And for
nothing.
test number 1,
So
I
wanna
want to
watch
show
some
you guys
Venus
the
flytrap.
smallest Venus flytraps.
Now, I know it may sound stupid, but I promise you how they work and catch insects is actually
AFK?
really
No, I'm not AFK because look, see it. Boom, right there. And I'm at my keyboard. So I see someone join, I just go, whoop. I see Robux come on, I say, whoop. I see something go, whoop. I like that. But Bugs is crazy, bro. I'm gonna hop on later. I just got home from soccer practice and I'm gonna hop in the shower. I got you.
Let me show you how they work.
And yeah, it's not a joke how small these things are, because when compared to normal Venus flytraps, the jaws are about 10 times smaller. And in fact, they're kind of cute, to be honest.
But since these are minuscule, the normal
Bro's
prey I
going
feed in my
crazy.
videos
No,
is
I'm
not
not.
gonna cut it. Yeah, sorry Cricket, you get to live another day. That's
Dude,
why
bugs are
instead
cool, bro.
I got literally the smallest thing available.
These are flightless fruit flies, which if you've seen my channel before, you know they're pretty much the most useless animal. Cause seriously, bro, how are you a fly that doesn't have the ability to fly? That doesn't make any sense. But anyways, I put the smallest Venus flytraps in the testing enclosure, then I put one of these flies inside to see if he'd get caught. Start the timer. Now this fly didn't waste any time, because it immediately walked straight up to one of the Venus flytrap pots, and then started to walk all over the tops of the jaws, absolutely risking his life. You may already know this.
Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna go do some math in the chat for you guys to become more bored.
But normal Venus flytraps work by having these super tiny trigger hairs inside of them that when a bug or something touches them, it snaps shut. But these traps are obviously the smallest in the world. Because of that, they have extremely small trigger hairs.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 50 times 50 equals 250. Okay.
And I'm talking so small that if I zoom in,
Wait, I hope you know that 50 times 50 is not 250. Because 50 times is much more than 250. 50 times 50 is what? That's... no, 5,000? No. Is it 5,000? Can you just convince someone to drop you 36,000 Robux? Yeah, hey, Isaac. So, Isaac, right? I got a booth right here. I've been... 2,500? Ah, I got you. Hey, Isaac, I've been live for an hour. Can I please just have 36,000? Not 250, I forgot a zero, you're good. 2,500. Let me do some math action. People don't got Robux for free. 966,470. My bad, I need to do this. Minus 966,470. Chat, we're 33,530 Robux old. Chat, we're 33,530 Robux away. I have 0. How do you have 0? You had 10K like the other day. I was not in your stream. By the way, that video that you just uploaded, the whole Caroline movie re-upload or whatever, are you trying to get a channel strike? Wait, your video is gone. Did it get taken down? Isaac, did your video get taken down? I got 10,000 Robux to donate. What's your user? I got you. My username's right there. Right there. If you want to gift it, it got blocked worldwide. That's crazy. If you want to gift it, you can. There's also a private server link pinned in the pinned comments. So you can also donate there if you would like to donate. But High Results, my username. Yeah, you can gift me, you can join in, donate it, whatever you would like. Whatever you would like, sir. Let me pull up my calculator again. Well, I'm not trying to leak nothing. Alright. We're 33,530 Robux away. One of the people in the chat, Pre, also sent the username in the chat if you couldn't figure it out. It's just High Results, so HIRESULT. And there's a slight delay on stream too. By the way, is your chat blocked? Yes, sadly. So with the new Roblox thing, you have to send like a government issued ID or whatever. And I literally got home from work, showered, and very much delay, like a minute. No, it's not a minute delay. It's maybe like 15 seconds. I think a 15-second delay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, I verified. I thought it was available for India and the US. Got you. Juju plays. I got it earlier than you did. Gotcha. One sec, I'll join. I'm listening to. Chat, I don't know if Juju was being legit. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Juju plays was being legit. Uh-oh. Maybe he was being wait, maybe he was being legit after all? What do you mean maybe he was being legit after all? Why'd you get kicked? I don't know. It just said you were kicked from this moderation team. Get kicked by moderation whatever. Like he kicked you? No, it didn't say that he kicked me. It just said, like, that message popped. It's basically like a little lag status. Maybe he's please donate staff. Maybe no, not you, Pre. He was talking about the Juju guy. Chat, soundboard's working today. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bro, just verify already. I don't have a government issued ID, Bubba. Talking about some just verify already. Bubba, you want me to just show all my information on stream? Yeah, let me do that. You can use your face. Not on laptop. It just says upload a government issued ID. Bro, it's at least 1 minute delay, bro, on stream. K, verify later. It's not a minute delay. I promise you that. Yeah, use your face, bud. I guess I could go on to mobile and do it. But yo, I promise you there's not a minute delay. There's maybe a 15-second delay. I did it on my laptop. Gotcha. Do it on mobile then. I'll do it later. I can't do it now. I'll do it later. Jeff, that's a lawsuit in itself, bro. Like, why do you want to send pictures of minors to a company that is proven to have child safety problems? And it doesn't even say, like, with parental guidance. Like, this is all because your account's under 13. And they want you to put either a government-issued state ID or ID. And then they want to also have you try to upload a picture of your face. So now you're going to give this unsafe brand and company pictures of your face as a minor without parental consent. So you guys bored? Want to do some math? Some more maths? Do more math some. No, I don't want to do math. Math's low-key boring. You know what I want to do? I want to react to more flies. Where my flies at? Where the flies at? Let me turn off this audio. Jay, you know what I want to do, bro? I want to go eat. I like to eat. Watch math. It's a more fun thing. Bro, no more bugs. Why? You're just mad that you don't like bugs. No more bugs, please? Nah. I like bugs. We're watching this.
In like 100x on this footage. They're so thin, my camera can't even pick them up. And I guess the trigger hairs were quite literally so thin that every time this flightless fruit fly walked inside the jaw of a trap, the jaw didn't close at all, and the fly was able to just walk out. I mean, it kind of makes sense. These flightless fruit flies weigh about 0.0003 grams. So yeah, I guess the traps quite literally can't even be triggered by how light their weight is.
Yeah, clearly.
The new iPhone 17 Pro?
Well, I know. So apparently it's not about who talks the most, apparently. Wait, no, it actually said that you guys are tied. Look at this. Look at this right there. It says you guys are tied right there. Boom, look, 150, both 150. So instead of just saying, oh, both first place, it just puts whoever, it's just like whoever's there. I'm done watching this video about flightless fruit flies. Man, I need to find, man. Where Harrison posted a video. Oh, it was a YouTube short. These are the most searched things on Google. On the Goog. Da 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 da. Well, tomorrow's my exam, so wishing me all the best. All right. Chat, I'm gonna be honest, my voice is cooked. 83 Minecraft things that sound fake but are 100% real. And
These
I
are the
got a
Minecraft
lot
facts
of
that sound fake, but they're entirely real. Starting with a game as open-ended as Minecraft, plenty of sneaky details are bound to pass some players by. And this one with wet sponges is definitely a common surprise. And I
was having a stroke at this point? What do you mean? I'm not having a stroke.
swear, every time I see
I rebuke that in Jesus' name.
a post about this, plenty of
I know what you're trying to say, but like,
comments are shocked to find it out. So today, let's do something of a public service announcement and cover this for good. You see, if you put a wet sponge into a furnace and then smelt it using a lava bucket as fuel, you can get the water back in the bucket when it's done, which is a neat little Easter egg for sure. And now at least we all know it's there. Trapdoors, despite being made out of wood, cannot be caught on fire. And you'll see as much when we place a lava source block in the middle here. Because in this setup, there's no air for the fire to spread to, so the trapdoors stay safe. Even though this whole setup looks a little bit precarious, so I still wouldn't recommend getting too close to the lava. Even if the trapdoors can't catch on fire, you certainly could. If you get a stray underwater, they'll no longer shoot you, which sounds cool, but you'll still want to stay away, since instead, they'll use melee attacks that'll inflict you with slowness. And honestly, that makes sense. Arrows do not go very far in the water anyway, so I'd get why they want to put them aside and instead just attack you like this. So the phantoms will spawn regardless of biome and other spawning rules, which means that they're the only hostile mob that can spawn inside of the Mushroom Fields biome. And funnily enough, they can even spawn down in the void. Spiders and cave spiders are neutral mobs, and they aren't neutral based off daytime, but off light level. So light level of 12 or more makes them neutral, but 11 or less makes them hostile. I had no idea. I guess I haven't torched up the caves enough. I genuinely thought that there was no amount that they would be fine with me, but sure enough. Oh, as soon as it's stepping out into the light level that's lower, it gets angry at me. About a month after the piglins, the Nether update brought us the Strider, which even though it's not intentional, if you were to take commands to add a saddle to a baby Strider and then ride it, it does work. But you will take fire damage while going over lava. It's not high enough to keep you off the ground. How did we make these minecarts fly? Well, the reason's bees. Because if you summon in a minecart riding as a passenger on top of a bee, it'll actually still let the minecarts fly around and they'll still be functional. And
what?
Play War Thunder now. Join millions of players across the globe in massive battles on tanks.
Alright, what's that?
And then if we take after this user and make the bees invisible, we have quite the mini game to climb up to the top of the base. Just make sure you don't hit the sneak key, otherwise you'll be in a spot way worse than last place. Before wool was actually added as a block, the sheep would drop cloth, which was just the original name for the wool block, as well as mushrooms. I guess they take that from the pig. And stranger still is that cloth actually used to be able to craft into cloth armor, but that was eventually replaced with the leather armor that we would get from our cows. If you've ever pieced together a chicken farm, then you know that these mobs can lay a ton of eggs.
Dude, the YouTube ads have actually been disgusting.
And normally we're left cleaning up that overflow. And while that's true,
Dude, I got a crazy YouTube ad this morning actually. Dude,
it's apparently not a universal fact, since this chicken right here is incapable of laying any eggs across its lifetime. And what makes this one so special? Well, the reason is that chickens spawned from a baby zombie jockey are coded to not lay eggs ever. And this is likely to prevent any kind of zombie from picking up that egg item and never despawning. Usually, when you see a skeleton, your first instinct is for fight or flight. But if you stop and look them over, you'll see this. In Java Edition, 89% of skeletons are right-handed, and the remaining 11% hold a bow in their left. And this emulates the estimated right-handed to left-handed percentage in the real world. And thankfully, there aren't any ambidextrous skeletons in the game. Looting desert temples is a fun
I got an ad about trains taking over humans. Because trains are my favorite thing. Nightmare, not ad. Oh.
pastime for sure. But what if you're trying to get the valuables without wasting your precious time? Well, that's where this method comes in. See, while most of us would just spend the seconds to individually loot each and every one of these chests, this user's method is a lot more straightforward. And instead, we use the TNT from the trap below to blow up the chamber and the chest with it. And while that sounds dangerous, it's worth noting that by standing in the pit down here, it'll let us survive with barely a scratch sustained. And afterwards, we'll not only have all that treasure in our inventory, but a ton of blocks to build our way out as well. In Minecraft Classic, we saw the implementation of the skeleton. But what we saw back then was definitely different from what we see today. Originally, they didn't carry bows, but don't think that means you were safe from any arrows. Consider that also in the survival test, they would shoot off these special skeleton arrows, shooting 6 different arrows at a short range in different directions. And while they were eventually given their bows in Java Edition Alpha, they didn't know how to hold them the right way. And we wouldn't see the modern interpretation until Java Edition Beta 1.8. Textures in the game are fairly simplistic, to say the least, which sometimes means it's hard to make out what's what. Like the hearts you see while riding a horse. For the longest time, I never understood the texture. But thanks to user Little Dominator 64 on Reddit, a closer look actually shows their saddles, which I'll admit zoomed out is still pretty hard to see. But once you put them side by side, the picture.
Dude, I thought those were cupcakes, bruh.
clears up, especially if you recognize the pixels of the metal bit of the spur. Now, I won't claim it's a great texture, but hey, now I know what it's supposed to be, and maybe you do too. Amongst Minecraft parkour, there's been few things as famous as the fabled 5-block jump. I mean, at this point, if you see a pattern like this and someone jumping in the thumbnail, you can pretty much guarantee they're gonna talk about it. But the real truth is that it actually is possible to jump 5 blocks. You'll just need a very specific setup. And after building up enough momentum, if you time it just right and jump at the last pixel of the block, you could learn how to rocket yourself over to the other side.
What?
Which I don't think you're gonna find practical if you want to use this jump over ravines in the real game, but to do it once and said that you did the impossible, I think that's plenty worth doing. The Lily of the Valley.
Bro, do you know netherite? You mean like the Minecraft material? Yeah, I know what netherite is.
Has the exact same texture no matter which angle you view it from, which makes for a really weird optical illusion when you start to walk around the lily. And as this video points out, it even still works like that if you stand above it and move around in a circle, which is more than a little weird, and honestly it starts to hurt my head. Although chests aren't currently a full block, in the old versions they sure behave like them. And that'd be why we were able to place things like torches, rails, and even ladders on top of our chests. And while I understand why some of this got patched out, it is unfortunate that we can't run our redstone machinery over top of these. That might have made for some cool compact designs. And while you can pull these off nowadays by using update suppression, let's be honest, that just isn't the same. On February 13th of 2019, foxes enter the mix. And in case it isn't obvious, foxes aren't players. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's actually a reference to this bug, where the sounds from foxes would be labeled as player sound effects in the subtitles. And that's also the reason why we got this splash screen. So if you were to feed a hoglin the crimson fungus, usually this would despawn because it's a hostile mob. It should despawn if we go far enough away. But now it actually has some bit of NBT data changed in it, where it's not a regular zoglin. They gain the persistence required tag, and it doesn't despawn. So you're welcome. Sorry about your face. When you toggle a piston between on and off rapidly with a gravity affected block such as sand on top of it, then eventually the piston will actually break the block. Which, there you go, can even be picked up as an item. Is it practical? Not exactly. You're way better using a slab or something. And did you know there used to be a bug where our saddles would disappear on mules when they were invisible? Meaning we could have a fully out-of-sight steed to ride into battle, which is a lot cooler than the other horses that we weren't allowed to see. Exploring the new caves that generated in 1.18 is a real treat. But while they're fun to explore, exploring them safely is a different story. So to make it to the base of that ravine with both your legs intact, weaving vines are the best answer. See, with these, we can hang one off of the roof and then bone meal it to reach the bottom. And that not only gives us a way to reach the base of the cave safely, but it also offers easy access back to the top. And that kind of dual purpose can be a real lifesaver. In 2017, we got parrots added in Minecraft. And when they first came to the game, if you played any music next to them in a jukebox, they would cycle through all of their different variants, based off this classic rainbow dancing parrot emo. And while they haven't gotten a lot of love since, strangely enough, you can't actually tame parrots by using sniffer plant seeds. Yeah, both the torch flower seeds and the pitcher pods work for this. Though those are such a pain to farm that you're probably just better off using regular wheat seeds. I'm sure at some point we've all heard the classic saying that cats always land on their feet, and in Minecraft, that's a fact. But even though these felines don't suffer any fall damage when they drop, they still try to avoid the fall just the same, which I think is fair. I mean, I don't take any fall damage using a water bucket, but that doesn't exactly mean I want to do it all the time. And I think if cats were coded to fall whenever they want, we'd have some plenty weird sights. And I, for one, don't want the ravine next to a village turning into a litter box. Alright, so if we were to get a baby chicken, one of these smallest mobs hitbox-wise, it might not look like it with its head, but actually, because its hitbox is so small, it is completely invulnerable inside of this minecart. There is no way for us to hit it without hitting the minecart instead. So if I were to punch it, it's always going to punch the minecart instead of the chicken. Even if I got something like a bow and arrow. Swing. No luck. Without breaking any blocks, how would you get out of this hole? Well, silly as it seems, a door is actually the solution. And maybe the best one. Since if you place down a door and then flip it back and forth, you'll be able to hop up the steps of the door and go up 2 blocks at a time, which can be exceptionally useful for helping you get out of a hole or an animal pen. And that way, any of the other mobs that are trapped in there with you, they won't be able to hop up the blocks while you're pillaring out to escape. With so many blocks to choose from,
writing a book is hard.
Knowing
if it's good, even harder. Neat manuscript analysis.
From Minecraft is bound to have a few repeats, and while it's to be expected, it makes it all the more impressive when Mojang hides those variants. Take the jungle log for
Chat, with washing my hands so much at work, because you literally have to wash your hands like every 10 minutes or something, bro, my hands are absolutely cooked, bro. They're red and dried and cracky, and just sitting here, just like straightening them out hurts, making like this, that hurts just doing that. And it's not even a full fist. And then straightening them back out hurts. It's like, bro, what? And it's a little itchy in some places. It's like, bro, it's my goodness. Let me check Discord real quick. Wow, quick. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. I low-key might end. Stream. Nothing really happening. No, we raised a few. I think we raised about 400 Robux tonight, or maybe more than that. Yeah, it was like 400. I think it was just under 400 Robux, which is actually really cool. Let's see who's on day. I was number 57 last night. Bro, I'm not going to be responding anymore because I'm doing my homework. And, bro, your hands are like that because you wash your hands with soap much it removes your good bacteria that need to be in your skin. Yeah, I know that. And I have to, but at work, I have to wash my hands like every 10 minutes because I either have to take out the trash, I have to wipe down tables, I touch the floor trying to pick up stuff. I sweep. Whenever I'm done touching the ice carrier, I have to wash my hands. After I'm done using the restroom, I have to wash my hands in the bathroom, then come out and then wash my hands again in the kitchen hand washing sink. So it's like I probably wash my hands like, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 times a day, which is not good whatsoever. Maybe it's less than that. I think 50 was an over exaggeration. Maybe like 20 times a day. I don't know. So bathroom, 1. Clock in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe it is like 20 times or 25, 30 times a day. Just from Chick-fil-A, not even including showering, washing hands after bathroom, just regularly. And then if you get anything on your hands, like, say like you're eating dinner, you wash your hands after dinner. Like any of that, that's not included in that either. So that is why. So I am going to need to get lotion after this stream. It's like the working hands for dried, cracked working hands or whatever. And then lock in with that. But chat, if you guys did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe and share the stream to a friend. Chat, I am out for tonight. For tomorrow, I won't be live. Because it's Thursday, I take off Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Thursdays, just because, you know, I like to have a break Thursdays from streaming. Fridays, because I have youth. And then Saturday, because it's my family hangout day, and I don't want to cut into any time on family day. But I will see you Sunday night. For me, it will be, I think, like 8:15, 8:30 Sunday night. And they'll be live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Max is 3 times a day washing, so yeah. What? Wait, is that the daily limit? Or is that how much you do? Wait a minute. Let me open up ChatGPT. You're ending? Yeah, I'm ending. Hey, ChatGPT, what's the recommended amount for washing your hands daily? Like how many times are you recommended to wash your hands daily? ChatGPT?
Hey there. So there's not really a strict number for how many times you should wash your hands in a day, but it's more about when you do it. Generally, you want to wash them before eating, after using the bathroom, after blowing your nose, or whenever they're visibly dirty. In a typical day, that might end up being several times, maybe anywhere from 5 to 10 times or so, depending on what you're up to.
What's poppin', Logan Paulers? Yo, Harry, I was about to end stream, bro, because nothing was really happening. I mean, we raised like 400 Robux today. Yesterday we raised just under 16,000. What's your time zone? CST. So it's Central State Time. So 8:30 p.m. CST. That's fine? Yeah. Yeah. So I was going to end. I wish you luck on hitting your 1 mil goal. Thank you, bro. I think we're just under, yeah, right here. Just a little bit over 30,000 Robux away. Yesterday, this was at 49,000 something or other. So it's actually crazy how close we are to getting to, yeah. But chat, if you guys did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe, share the stream to a friend. And before you guys go, let me speak a blessing over your life. Comes out in Numbers chapter 6. Receive this blessing. May the Lord bless you and protect you. And may the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. And may the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. In Jesus' mighty name, you guys are blessed. Have a great rest of your day / night, depending where in the world. Be good, do good, and make good choices. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream. All right? Are you sure, bro? What do you mean, are you sure? It's not your time zone? Yes, it is. You want to know why it's my time zone? Me too. I wish you luck. Thank you. Yes, it is my time zone. ChatGPT, what time is it for Central State Time, CST time, right now?
Right now, it's about 11:34 p.m. Central Standard Time, so it's getting pretty close to midnight over there.
For me, it says 11:14.
Ah, got it. Well, if it says 11:14 for you, then that's the time for your Central Standard Time. Maybe I was just a tad ahead of myself by a few minutes, but it's all good.
Is there different Central State Times or Standard Times, whatever it is?
Yeah, it can get a little confusing. So Central Standard Time, or CST, is the main term for that time zone. But there's also Central Daylight Time, CDT, which is used during daylight saving time in the summer. So it's basically the same zone. It just switches names depending on the time of year. But for Standard Time in the winter, it's just CST.
Alrighty. Okay, I confirmed it is. Alright, glad that there's no more confusion for you, Preet. But chat, if you've never received Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior and you know your heart's not right and you would like to receive him today, say this prayer after me. Say, Heavenly Father, I admit that I've sinned. I repent. I believe in my heart you raised Jesus from the dead, and I confess with my mouth Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Right now, I receive forgiveness. By the blood of Jesus, I am saved. In Jesus' name, amen. If you guys said that prayer for the first time, welcome to the family of God. You guys are now saved and on your way to heaven. What you guys want to do now is, if you don't have a Bible, go get a Bible. I recommend the New Living Translation. It's the translation I use. It's the one Billy Graham used. And Jonathan Shuttlesworth also used it. And yeah, it's a really nice translation. It's easy to read in English. But yeah, chat. Yo, see you, Preet. Chat. But yeah, I'm out for the night. I'll see you guys Sunday night. I'm out for tomorrow, Thursday, and tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Yeah, chat. I'll see you guys around. I'll keep you guys updated with community posts, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream, right? God bless. Peace out. Good night. See y'all later, right? Peace out. Goodbye.